welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. It's Mr. Green Hands here. Today I'm going to try to show you, or try to give you an imagery of what my channel is all about and what I'm trying to get everybody to be able to do. As my slogan of it says, eat what you grow and grow what you eat. For those who are new to my channel, welcome. For those who have subscribed, welcome back. I'm going to show you something amazing. I know it's a bit late, but I promise you, today I'm going to show you a fantastic thing that I want everybody to be able to do, and that is to be able to harvest your own food, or try to harvest some stuff. Not everything can be grown where we are in the UK, but if you can just get a small percentage of that, is amazing. So today, for the first time ever on this channel, I'm going to show you, I'm approximately going to use about 90% of everything I'm going to use in this thing that I'm going to do, which I'm going to say in a minute. I've grown it. So with further ado, let me show you guys that. For the first time on this channel, I'm going to be preparing a meal with all these that I've left a longer time than it's supposed to be. And the onions, I don't know if you guys will look back in my videos, there's a lot of grass growing up at the moment. They are still there. The onions are still there. I'm going to use those and the time that I have growing in the back of my garden to prepare a meal. So let me show you guys that. I will go through step by step all the procedures that I do. And the first thing first is to definitely harvest these items and get them going. So 1 second. Hey guys, this is what I just harvest. I'm gonna take these home. I'm gonna show you. And guys, yes, I put onions as well. They were there. They're there. See, there's spring onions that I was telling you guys about within. If you have been watching my videos earlier within the year, you would have seen I've produced these. I grew them myself. So I'm going to show you by using these and a few other ingredients that I have at home. You can have an amazing meal. It's a little bit late. I should have harvested them, as I said before they came to this time of year, but I don't like to waste anything. I'm still trying to make sure I can minimize waste and use them, even though they're not going to go to waste, because I can still have them mulch into the soil and leave them there, and that will give them some fertilizer and some nourishment and nutrients to the soil, so next year I can get a better crop. But I'm trying to eat as much of it as possible so I can actually taste the difference and enjoy a freshly cooked meal. So that is actually the main objection for me, guys, is to be able to actually grow something from the which is there, get it into your system. You've done the hard work, now you can reap the greatness that you've put into the hard work that you put in, so it's amazing, and not many of us are able to do so. But if we are able to do so, my idea for the world ahead of us is that be able to consume less what we buy in a shop, and if we can even grow a small amount, it doesn't have to be the biggest amount. From once you can grow even the smallest herb to the smallest flower, flowers, not flower, what am I talking about? Flower, oh my god, that would take a long time, forgive me for that, everybody. But flowers, you can get something in return, whether it's beauty, whether it's smell, whether it's taste, and whether it's something beautiful to look at. You can still get something from the earth. So I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna show you step by step what I do in terms of preparation of getting myself a meal, and you will be able to see the finished product. They aren't going to be the tastiest because they are late, but still it can go into this system here and give me energy. Let's stay. Hey guys, and now we're back in the kitchen and home, and what I'm going to do, I don't know if everybody can see the color there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be trying to strip some of it off. I don't know if you guys can see that, because I want to make sure there's not enough bark in this. Strip these off. It's just something that Jamaicans have been doing for a very long time, and I think everybody else from the Caribbean has done the same thing, because you want to get rid of everything that is not so edible, and have a look at it. Take off any bad leaves which are too bad, anybody with the flaws, you want to take that off as well. Let's place it to the side and continue to do that all the way through until all of them have finished. Let's see if we can get that done. Hey guys, now we're going to move on to the next stage. The next stage is to obviously wash them. And how I do my washing is that I fill up this with some cold water. And I'm going to be adding some salt to this water here, because you don't want any vermins, not really vermins, insects or bugs to be in your digestive system when you eat it. You're trying to be, you're getting more of the callaloo rather than actually the bugs. It's the most important thing, is to get the callaloo in your system. I know bugs are edible, but I'm definitely within my cuisine and my family's eating, we're trying not to get much of that in our system as possible. You know, if you want to eat bugs, by all means do you. But I personally think it's a great thing to be able to soak this out in some water with a little bit of salt, leave it for a few minutes, and then you re-rinse it just to get rid of that salt. Now that 5 minutes have passed, after soaking it in the salt, I'm just going to be rinsing these off now, letting all the water out of the sink first, and then continuously rinsing the callaloo off and just getting rid of all that salty water. You don't want any of that because it will affect the taste dramatically. So I got myself a colander and I put a bowl underneath it to catch some of the water. So I'm going to place this in there with all the leaves as well to let it drain and then get rid of that moisture. I'm going to be preparing things here. So you see I've got my tomato, I've got my spring onion, and I've got my onion which I had harvested from the allotment. Those as well. These are not your ones that you buy in the shop. They're the ones that I grew myself. And obviously these are tomatoes that I grew myself. And these are the spring onion I grew. Oh, I've got to wash that. The dirt's on there. I need to wash it off. Let's give it a little rinse. And obviously I've got my chopping board as well. And I'm going to just, first thing to do first is to rinse off these, because obviously they've been outside. They've got a lot of dirt on them. Let's put this all in the sink. And you peel them off, getting rid of that horrible dead outer skin. that down. You can use a knife like this. I use this sometimes, but lo and behold, I use a meat cleaver or a chopper to cut my onions and scallions, or spring onion, if anybody would call it that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a rub with a knife quickly to make it sharpened a bit. You know, just sharpen it up a little bit. And just get a bit of paper towel and just wipe off it, just making sure there's no metal, and voila. I did forget to put in was this. Not everybody likes this to put in it, but I do like a little bit of a capsicum, sweet peppers. I like that. So I've just washed it off. I'm just gonna take out these things. I don't want the seeds to be in there. So I'm gonna chop this not too finely. You know, I want to have that crunchy taste when I'm eating the kalaloo. So I want to keep everything very similar texture. I don't want it to be too sloppy. Obviously cooked, but I don't want it to be something where it's just like I'm eating baby food. I just want my teeth to feel like the crunchiness in it. So, and as you can see, I just chopped it to about that much. You know, when I don't chop it too much, not too fine. And guys, I forgot my thyme that I picked at the back of the house earlier. I'm gonna get the thyme. These are thyme. So what I'm gonna do the same as well. Chop them off finely, but the thyme I will chop up even finer than the other things. I know a lot of people say, "Oh my God, why don't you have them all separate?" I could have done that, but I tend to do this because the chopping board has space where I can use. You know, I don't need to change the chopping board or do one thing on the chopping. I can do a lot of things on the chopping board. So I want to cut it as finely as possible. And that, there you go. And don't forget the good old Scotchy bonnet pepper. Scotch bonnet pepper. If you know you're Jamaican, you definitely know about that one. Yeah, this is a pepper we put in pretty much everything that we do. We chop it up nicely. You don't want to do too much. Heads up, guys, do give the pepper a smell. If it's too strong, remove some. Put that in a small container or a small thing. I normally just have something available, so if it's too strong, I take some back out because I don't want to. I'm not just cooking. Well, the thing about it is when you pepper in a meal, you're not cooking it just for yourself. You're cooking it for other people as well, so you got to think about them as well. So you want to put a certain amount, give that flavor. You don't want to overpower it. You don't make it too overpowering so someone else cannot consume it. So there you go, guys. This is what I'll be putting. That beautiful concoction of different colors, different flavors, that's going to be going in the kalaloo there. So you guys can see when I cut that as well. So 1 second, I'm going to show you how I cut my kalaloo using this, my favorite item used. I love using these. Here guys, this is the what every Jamaican call a Dutch pot. It's amazing. I'm going to be using this. It's like a cast iron in a sense. It's amazing to use. I love these. I'm going to use this to cut my kalaloo over there and cut them up nicely, quite fine, and place them in that. Let's go. Okay guys, one of the most important thing when you're cooking is to always keep your area quite clean and clear of mess. If there's something you're not using in that area at the time when you're doing anything, do remove it from your area here. As you can see from earlier to now, I removed some items that I'm finished using, and just the ones that I'm using, keep it close by. Yeah, see? Let's do this, guys. Let's get the food we eat into our belly. Okay. Now you have it on the stove there. Now you want to just keep it going. You want to add a little bit of vegetable oil, olive oil. You want to just a tiny little bit. You don't want too much because you don't want it to be oily. Just a little bit, not too much. Let that go on for a little bit, and you want to add your seasoning, or your seasoning that you've been cutting up. Add it to it. You know, add it there a little bit. You can use a spatula. It's fantastic to get it mixed up. I tend to use a massive fork, same difference. And you just want to just stir it up a little bit. You know, let it go. Let's start going. Some of it will fall out. You just grab those and throw them away, because obviously I think I cut a little bit too much for this small Dutch pot. You know, dog. Everybody wanna play some jerk. Okay, guys, this is not the moment for that, but I just felt like singing it. But it's amazing to cook things for yourself. I got my pestle and mortar here. I've got a bit of seasoning made up in it as well. I did that earlier while waiting for other things to be dried. So I've got like herbs, dry herbs. I've got meat seasoning, and I've got all-purpose seasoning, pimento, and I have turmeric. Turmeric. Why am I saying turmeric? God, really? What is the curry in my mind? Paprika, and I've added a little bit of garlic powder as well. So I've mixed it all together. So I'm going to sprinkle that all over it, and some black pepper I'm going to add onto it as well. Just let that steam for a little bit. Cover it while it's doing that. Dutch pot is the best. What I'm hoping to everybody achieve. Thank you guys all for watching my videos, and thank you for subscribing, and thank you guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and see you next time.